All right, divine friends, we are at the beach, but we are about to dive into our Anubis reading for the day. And for the day, I mean, during this time that I like to honor the great Ampu. If you want to see why it is a great time to honor him during the Lionsgate portal, especially once August starts, go a couple videos back, and all of that information is there for you. And I really did feel compelled to do this reading at the beach today. So we're about to dive into Anubis, Ancient Egypt's Lord of Death and Protection by Charlie Lawson. Now, if you guys know me, you know I love this book. And we are diving into chapter 8, of course, because Anubis's number is 8. It's the eighth month. Lionsgate portal is the 8th day, just 888, right? Now we are about to dive into Master of Secrets. Anubis's role as Master of Secrets and Keeper of Keys was closely associated with his role as Chief Embalmer. The embalming process was not just about wrapping bodies up in linen. It consisted of carefully crafted rituals performed to ensure the preservation of the body through the spiritual significance of preserving the organs and preparing the deceased for what came after. The tools used and the practices involved were all considered sacred. Anubis' association with this occult process was expressed in the epithet Harry Sesheta, Master of Secrets, a title also given to priests and those who held some kind of administrative or leadership role in a temple. Those called by this name were generally seen as a person of authority or knowledge and thus master of secret lore. As a god of the dead, Anubis held the secrets to life and the afterlife, and all the secrets of what lies beyond death. This certainly includes what some might consider to be the gruesome process of embalming, with which he was also associated. In fact, embalmers often wore masks of Anubis to honor him and to channel his spirit. Those who combined these two roles, temple priests and those in charge of the embalming process, certainly needed to be knowledgeable in many areas. They needed to understand human anatomy, physiology, including how the body decays after death. They also needed to know how to preserve the body using herbs, minerals, and oils. The complicated and detailed process they performed could take over 2 months to complete and required that they understood the journey to the afterlife and how to help people get there through the painstaking steps in the preparatory stages. So it is easy to see how the epithet of Master of Secrets can be applied to both Anubis and to temple priests. Unless you are a funerary worker, embalming is probably far removed from your daily life. We don't embalm the dead as we once did in ancient Egypt, but the act of embalming as performed in ancient Egypt was a ritual that was akin to a lengthy spell. And if we think of it this way, it becomes easier to understand. Priests and embalmers always had a set space in which they do their work, a dedicated table in a dedicated room in a dedicated building. They anointed themselves with oils, used special cloths, and even wore ceremonial masks. Anubis himself was often invoked to oversee the process, and in many cases, the head embalmer was seen as channeling him. Their tools were carefully laid out in advance, each having its own significance and purpose. Incense and herbs were burned to create a sacred space as an offering to the god. The process of embalming itself had a very specific step that needed to be carried out in a particular order to achieve the proper outcome. All the while, the officiants chanted and sang to invoke the desired intention, the preservation of the body and preparation of the soul for the afterlife. Doesn't this sound familiar? Witches use the same framework to craft their spells. They have a sacred space where they use their tools to invoke spirits and formulate their intentions in a specific manner to achieve a desired outcome. This is particularly why Anubis has come to be associated with the occult, and why the occult and metaphysical stores are often adorned with statues of him. It is also why the Ankh has become a widely known symbol of all things occult and magical. It is the master key to the mysteries and the secrets of the spirit world, and Anubis is the keeper of that key. All right, now that is the reading that I'm doing today. Come back to see what we are doing tomorrow. I love you guys, and I hope everyone has a great day.